computer. Okay. For those, hi, welcome. We're gonna jump back. I forgot to hit record, so I'm gonna jump back over and we'll kind of restart this whole thing. But yes, my encouragement would be just give a little, and you will get a lot. I think that's the biggest part of all of it is this isn't just your individual thing. Let it be this group. And we're a big group. I mean, we're 97 strong right now with, I think, still a couple to get in there. That's a bigger group than I think a lot of us are used to. So don't let it overwhelm you, which brings me to my next little point. Set your notifications. Set your notifications so that they match what you want from the group. So for example, I remember the very first group I ran, and I like went away for like the day or whatever, and I came back into it and I had like 400 notifications, and that like it made me feel like super stressy, and I was like, whoa, that's like a lot. So go into the app and you go into settings and you can set your notifications, but don't just turn them all off. Don't just become like, oh, that was way too much. Turn them to what works for you. So for me, I turn on if anybody tags me, if anybody comments on my post, if someone comments to a comment that I responded, and then of course if a coach posts. And that's it. I don't keep them on for every single person that comments, because I'm going to go in and see them anyway. But that's what works for me, and that keeps me away from those 1,200 markers on my phone, because it makes me a little bit cuckoo. So, Holly, do you have anything to add about what makes this group so great? You're mute. Oh, here, I'm going to unmute you. Hold on. Oh, there you go.
Hi.
There you go.
I don't know if I have anything to add. I did have a question though.
Oh,
sure. How do we, like every group that I've ever been in the app, I have left on my phone. Like, is there any way to delete them? I just had a question. Do you know what I mean? Every group that I've ever done before.
I'm just opening up my app to see if I can see what you're.
What do you mean you don't want to see like in the app?
Yeah, like every group that
Oh, you mean under the past bar where it says past, and then you can just scroll down and see what you've done before?
Yeah. Do you just leave them, or do you have?
I have all mine.
You delete? No,
I don't delete them.
You don't?
No, I have them all there.
Okay.
It won't. I don't think it takes up storage on your phone or anything, so I think you'd be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think this group would be like the best. So 97, that's like crazy.
Yeah.
I know. It's crazy that 97 women are embarking on 80
days together.
And I mean, let's be real. The fear, I've gotten lots of messages like 80 days is a lot. I'm not sure. I'm so scared that I'm going to get derailed, or I'm going to get discouraged, or I'm just going to want to give up. And I think that I think 80 days itself just seems daunting. And so I think we have to kind of almost like reverse engineer our brains to be, like we're going to have mess ups, and we're going to eat the ice cream, and we're probably going to have a beer here and there, or a cocktail. What's that?
I said, I'm kind of worried. Everybody's worried about the meal plan because they have to get up earlier to eat.
I'm taking the advice from Autumn, and she flat out said, if you are someone who can handle eating closer to your workout, then just eat the food. My girlfriend came over the other day, and we were meal prepping. We were getting her and her husband ready because they're starting. And she's like, I can't eat. Like, what am I supposed to eat? And I'm like, make those egg cups. To me, that's not even heavy. It's just like a little, you just throw it in your mouth, and then, 40 minutes later.
The wrap with the egg and the spinach or whatever. Yeah. I mean, that would be easy to put together the night before. So
totally. And I don't think you're going to feel that 30 minutes, 20 minutes later.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think the workouts are that, like, if you were going to do max 30 and you were going to eat that before, you'd probably throw up. But, like, I don't think that's what we're doing here.
No.
I don't know. That's my 2 cents. That's how I'm rolling. I'm not eating 90 minutes prior to my workout.
No, I'm not getting up at 4:00 to eat.
I mean, I'm getting up at 4 o'clock.
I am.
Not.
Yeah. I was like, actually, I think I'm getting up at 4:15.
Me too. Me too.
I get out like 5:15 now, but I don't know if I could do it at 4:00.
It's, you know, what's interesting is I can remember being in college, and one of my friends wanted to get up because she wanted to start going for runs. We went to school by the beach, and she wanted to go for runs on the beach in the morning. And so she would get up at 5 a.m. And I can remember at the time thinking there's no way that I could get up at 5 a.m. to work out. But then at my last job, I started a new job about 5 months ago. But before that, for 2.5 years, I was somewhere else. And because of my work schedule and because I had like an hour and 15-minute commute, the only way I could do a morning workout was to get up at like 3:45 in the morning. And so I just started getting up at 3:45 in the morning. And it's amazing how much your body starts to adjust. Of course, that means like try to go to sleep earlier at night. But our bodies are amazing, you know, and I think that the more that if we tell ourselves that we're not a morning person, then we'll never be a morning person. That's not what you're saying, because like 5 a.m. is a morning person.
Still a morning.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Getting up in the middle of the night. I mean,
yeah. But if you think about like, you know, okay, like a book that I'm reading right now about mindset, like talks about like how powerful our mind is. And one of the things I was going to share about is how daunting it can seem to look at 80 days. But rather than looking at that, really think about how you are going to feel at the end of 80 days. How do you want to feel at the end of this program? And that's true for like any small part of our lives too, like thinking about like whether it's getting up earlier or whatever the case is. You know, it's like we can think about like, how do I want to feel at the end of 80 days? And you just start also like really like picturing that and like imagining how victorious you're going to feel, how confident you're going to feel, how excited you are going to feel, how proud of yourself you're going to feel. You can start focusing too on like, I am this person. Like I am someone who gets up early. I am someone who has control over my nutrition. I am someone who works out every day. Even if you've never been that person, this book talks about how powerful, like that our subconscious doesn't know the true, like difference between something that's true or not true. So if our conscious mind just keeps telling our subconscious that we are healthy, we are someone who gets up and works out every day, we are someone who gets up early, we are someone who sticks to a nutrition plan, like that our subconscious starts to believe it. And then we just like start doing, like, you know, we just start acting like that person that we keep telling ourselves we are. And so, all that to say, as Kim said, Autumn talks about being like having grace for yourself. You don't have to, if you can eat close to your workout, do so. If you can't do the timed nutrition some of the days because of whatever the case is, just stick to the container count, but eat what you need to eat. Like, so I think that I love how regimented this program is, but I love that Autumn talks about too, like how important it is to have grace for yourself and just stay determined and committed throughout that too.
No, I think that I used to remember like if I had to set my alarm earlier than 6 a.m., like I had legit anxiety the night before. Like it would make me feel panicky inside about getting up in the morning. And now, you know, I've been using the 5-4-3-2-1 method for, I don't know, 3.5 months now. And for those that don't know what that is, it is one of the books that we're recommending during this group. It's the 5-Second Rule, and it's by Mel Robbins. She created this scientific proven way to basically convince yourself to do something. And I know that sounds really, it all sounds very bogus to me. But then when I can't now not get out of bed, I am like, I get mad. Like, I'm like, this stupid thing works. Like, I'm afraid to start my 5-4-3-2-1 because the minute I do, it's over. It doesn't even matter if I'm tired. But basically so she was in a very dark place, and she had hold on. I was just going to make, anyway, she was, you know, not doing anything with her life. She was just, it was bad. She was doing this. Her marriage was going down. Her kids were spiraling. Everything was going bad. They had lost all their money. They were about to lose their house. And one day she was watching a commercial, and the commercial was about a rocket ship. And the rocket ship said, you know, the rocket ship counts down. It says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the rocket takes off. There's no like waiting. So she began to do this study about how she said that next day, you know what? I'm going to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to rocket out of bed. And I don't care what's happening, because she was snoozing and snoozing and snoozing. She was snoozing on her life, basically. And so the next morning she did it, and she got out of bed, and then the next morning and the next morning and the next morning. And I don't know the whole science behind it, which is why I'm really excited to read the book, because I clearly use it every day. So I should probably know what the heck's happening in my brain. For all I know, she's brainwashing me. I don't really know. But at the same time, here I am, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I get out of bed. I get out of bed every single time. Doesn't matter if I sleep 6 hours, doesn't mean 4, 5 hours, but it has been the reason I was able to stay on track during what was legit the craziest time of my life. And the workout never quit. Then workout never got neglected because of this darn method. So find what works for you. Read The Miracle Morning. Become, if you're someone who just needs more time in your day because you want to do all the things, this is the best way to make that happen. The best. Any other questions?
Yeah, I was just going to say, do you guys have any questions or anything?
No questions?
No? Okay, so one thing I will say is to really take advantage of your accountability partner. Because your accountability partner is going to be someone, and maybe we'll switch them up halfway through. I don't know. We haven't really talked about it, but we have taken the time to really try to match you up with someone who is working out at a similar time as you. If you end up with someone who's not working at a similar time as you, it's likely because we thought you guys would be amazing partners together. We thought your personalities would mesh. We thought you guys, whatever the case is, you were intentionally matched up with your partner. And we hope that you really dig into that and use that resource. Friend them on Facebook. Text them in the morning if you guys have morning workouts. Message each other after work if you have evening workouts. Talk about stuff. It's amazing what can happen when you have like a partner in crime. When you have a buddy who's also getting up, who also is doing the workouts, who's also doing everything, who's on this journey with you. So really dig into that resource. And then of course you still have your coach. Of course you have the 4 of us who are co-leading this group with Holly, Kim, me, and Sarah. You will have all these resources. And I think the incredible thing too is to really recognize that each of us has every tool we need to be successful in this program. Every tool we need to be successful in achieving our health and fitness goals, we have. We have a nutrition plan that was created by some of the top nutritionists in the country. We have a workout program that was created by some of the top trainers in the country. These people were literally paid so much money to make sure that we would get the best results possible from this program. So really trust the process. I know sometimes it can start getting tempting if you haven't been eating this much food before to start eating this much food, or maybe you're going to try to start trying to take shortcuts or do things that you feel like are going to expedite your results. And this happens every time we start a group. And I want to encourage you and challenge you to follow the program the way it was designed, because these people, again, their entire job is to make sure that we get the best results possible from going through this program. And so these people studied everything they needed to study. They know everything. And so make sure that you aren't trying to change something to help, don't skip your carbs because you feel like that's going to help you get better results. No, eat everything you're supposed to eat. If you feel like it's too much food, talk to us and we can help you with that. But just make sure, don't cheat yourself out of it, because you've put in your hard-earned money to get this program. And we are committed to encouraging you every step of the way to help you get the best results possible. And then it comes down to you, and it's your personal responsibility to use the tools that you have. And that's exciting and it's kind of nerve-wracking, but the reality is like we all have a level playing field of being able to be successful through this program. And so don't compare yourself to anyone else. Don't compare yourself if someone else starts to get results faster. Don't compare yourself, don't even get distracted if someone in your family thinks it's kind of weird that you're starting an at-home workout program or is skeptical.
Eating asparagus at 4 a.m.
Yeah, or eating asparagus at 4 a.m. Preach, am I right? Or if you feel like your family members or someone close to you is skeptical because you've started things before and you've quit before. You guys, we've all been there. Statistically, the majority of every single person has been there, because that happens the majority of times we start a program. So don't let anyone else's concerns or input or reservations or skepticism about what you've chosen to do, don't let that sabotage your success. because at the end of the day, you're the only person who lives in your body. You're the only person who wakes up every day and feels how you feel. So how do you want to feel? And just get up every day, and whatever you want from that day, make sure that your actions line up to help you achieve what you want from that day. And I know, because I've had conversations with women who are kind of going through that, where they feel like people are thinking it's weird that they've chosen to do this, or they feel like their family is a little skeptical because they've like started things and quit before. You literally can be whoever you want to be. We all weren't these people who just got up every day and worked out. We've never always been these people who followed a nutrition plan. But you can become this person, and it happens one day at a time, one decision at a time. And it happens in a group like this, where you're embarking on a journey with 100 women who are committed to doing this with you, who are going to be empowering you, who are also super busy, who have a million things going on, who also think it's kind of crazy to be like chewing down asparagus at 4 a.m, but who are up and who are doing it too. So let's just make it happen together as you go through the process. If you start to fall off track, reach out for help. Don't wait for one of us to notice. You know, like, we want to help you, but we need to know like what your roadblocks are, and we need you to let us know what they are. So make sure that you know that we are available to you anytime of day or night. You can reach out to us, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Sound like you were going to say bye, and then
Bye.
you're all going to leave a message. Sorry.
Oh, call me back as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah, leave a voicemail with your name and number, and I will give you a call back.
I'll give you a call right back.
Yeah.
But then also, like, just to touch on what you said about accountability, because I do. Yes, sweetie. Yeah. Sorry, we have some. Remember, Hetsy's sleeping too. Sorry. Let me just. Sorry. There's the baby sleeping right outside this door, and they have a hard time with part of the day. Anyway, what I was going to top on is, if your accountability partner goes away, if they all of a sudden stop posting, please tell somebody, because I feel like I do my best to check in, and I know Brittany does, and I know Holly does, and I know Sarah does, but that doesn't necessarily mean we could get skipped. So if someone disappears that you notice, tell somebody so that we can just make sure everything is okay. And Britt's right. Like, you invested this money. We all invested this money. This wasn't like a freebie for anybody. It didn't matter if you're a coach or non-coach. We all invested into this program. And so let's be sure we get the most out of it. And I think that comes from being vulnerable and being transparent and being aware of other people's surroundings besides yourself. So I was just going to like throw that in there for, style. Yeah.
And one of the things that we are going to be doing is one that I shared with the accountability partners post is we're going to be tracking points. So you're going to get 5 points for every time that for every day. You can earn these points every single day. So 5 points every time you log in a Shakeology, posting your picture, post a sweaty selfie. That's another 5 points. If you post on your social media about your journey, just whether it doesn't have to be like, say, Beachbody in it. I mean, it's just that you're on this health and fitness journey, and tag your coach that we can see the post. For those posts, you're going to get 15 points. And again, you guys can get points every single day. And so to that point, we will be able to try to see if people are falling off track. Part of why the benefit of keeping track of points is so that we can make sure and check in if someone's not logging and so they're not getting those points. But to Kim's point, even if it's just been a couple of days and you haven't heard back from your accountability partner, let us know, because our heart is more concerned about that person and making sure that everything's okay, rather than like dinging everyone for points or whatever. But so just know that if we reach out to you also about not checking in, it's not coming from a place of, being mad or like whatever, chastising, whatever the right word is, but it's just more coming from a place of like, hey friend, like you committed to this and we haven't seen you in a minute. So like, how are you? Like, so just know that we care about you and we do want to help you succeed.
Yes. I'm trying to think if there was any other things that are imperative to your success.
Do you want to tell them about how we want to do weekly calls?
Oh yeah, yeah. So, and this will probably be, even though we'll be 80-day obsessed focus, the goal is, we're gonna launch it to our whole community, just because if maybe you need some encouragement to
False alarm.
maybe you just need some encouragement to, you know, whatever. So it will be for everyone, not just 80-day obsession. But the goal is we will have a podcast. We will have a webinar once a
Maybe.
I don't know what I'm saying. Once a week or on Thursdays. Every other Thursday it will be at noon at Pacific Standard Time, and then the opposite Thursday will be at 6:30 p.m. And so it's not mandatory, but it's just a way to like come on and ask questions and get encouraged. Cause I feel like you join these groups, and if you're anything a little bit like me, like you do get energy from, just like if you go to a gym, you get energy from people at the gym. I mean, there is something to be said about going to a fitness class and having like seeing what people are doing. And I'm not saying we're working out, which we might actually try that one of these.
That could be fun.
Yeah, just to do like a group workout like this. But I think it's there is, you do get some energy and some re-upping, and it's a chance to just be vulnerable and maybe talk about things that you don't like about the program, or you don't, aren't working for you, and maybe together we can brainstorm. So we will have those every week, which is a big commitment on our end as well, just to pencil those in, or I guess not pencil, Sharpie those in, and just be available, because it's good for us. It's good for us too to just be able to connect that way. So that will also be available to us. Oh, Rachel had a question. Do all those pics on social media or just the app? It just is to the app. You mean like any picture you post in there?
So I think she might have been referencing the points. So to earn points for your Shaco selfie, and Rachel, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this assumption, but so when you get 5 points for logging your Shaco into the app, and 5 points for logging in your sweaty selfie into the app. But then for posting a post on your personal social media about whether it is your sweaty selfie or Shaco selfie, or just about your journey in general, about with 80 days, or about being in the group, whatever, about your health and fitness journey, you get 15 points for tagging your coach. So that would be on your personal. And part of why we do that, to incentivize you by providing more points. And so obviously we're going to be providing prizes throughout the months as well. But part of why we try to incentivize you guys to share about your journey on your social media accounts. One, we know it's kind of scary, right? It's a little scary sometimes to put yourself out there, to share that you're on this journey. But the accountability of doing so, of letting people know that you're doing this, is something that is so helpful to staying on track. Because it's like, now it's out there. People know. And you have no idea who you could be inspiring by sharing, because someone else could be out there who has tried programs, failed programs, maybe feels all alone, feels like maybe they don't want to go to the gym, or they don't have time, or they don't know what to do there, or they feel self-conscious, or they just feel frustrated in their skin or uncomfortable in their clothes. And seeing your post that you have found something that is giving you energy, that is inspiring you, that you are part of women who are empowering you, that you have a very simple program that you're following. It tells you when to eat and what to eat. It tells you exactly when to work, what workout to do. You just follow along. Someone seeing that could be inspired by you. You could help someone change their life, boost their self-esteem, to just be encouraged just by sharing that you are doing this journey. So that's part of why we try to incentivize you to post on your personal social media as well, just because the extra accountability for you, and then also because we really believe that that's a way that you could also encourage other people. Are there any other questions? That was a great question. No? Well, okay, you guys, we won't keep you. We don't, we just wanted to, oh, did you have one more thing? Oh, I'm sorry, Deborah, I can't hear you. Oh, she's
here.
There you
go.
So sorry.
That's okay. Hey, so I was kind of, cause Kim, you texted me yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So are you going to,
the groups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was at the grocery store when you guys started this, so I just
I will. I'll have Brittany. She's actually about to update the group. Okay. The post or the
accountability partners. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. So she'll update that the 4 of you are going to be a little tribe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So cute. Yeah. So Kim did tell me, she told me, because we have a Google spreadsheet. And so she did tell me that she had made some changes on there. I just haven't been able to log into it yet. But after this call, I will. Yeah. So I'll make sure that you guys are noted all together. I'm sure it's in that sheet.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Anything else? Anybody?
So I just want to say, this is Liz. Hi. It's really great, and it's so helpful when you guys post, like, that something is hard for you too. Because we all, like, Kim, when you were going through your crazy life move and everything, and you were still working out, I was like, oh my God, my 3 jobs, I don't have an excuse. Like, she's doing all of it. She's doing that. So whatever challenge you guys are going through is I don't want to say, like, yeah, everybody needs a challenge even more than they already have. But like whenever because you guys, you really do make it look so easy, and it's easy to say, okay, well, that's their life, and that's what they do, and whatever. But when you guys have things that you're going through too, like, I just wanted to let you know, it's very motivating to have it be like, I need this. Like, if they can do it, I can do it. So it's really great to hear that type of stuff from you guys, or that the workout is really hard for you too, because I don't know, I couldn't keep up with a little obsessed. I couldn't do 15 reps every single time. I'm like, I'm on number 8. How are we moving on to the next one? So it's really, when I hear things like that, you guys have that too. It's just, I don't know, it makes you like more human, like the rest of us. So it's really great, and all of you, thank you for the support and effort that you put into helping us be better. So thank you, and I look forward to doing it with everybody.
You're the best.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for that feedback. It's funny because I think sometimes it's interesting hearing that, like, we can make it look easy, when it's funny because for us, it's like we don't see ourselves that way. I think, like that, I don't know. And so for us, sometimes I think it can be like, oh, if I share how hard it is, it might feel like it's like other people aren't motivated to do it because they feel like, oh, if it's that hard for her, if life is that difficult. But I love hearing that feedback, because I know for me, just even over the last couple months I've been sharing, I just got completely off track because I moved from San Diego up to San Francisco, got a new job, got engaged, got life has been so fun, but so overwhelming. And I allowed my health and fitness to take the back burner. So I haven't completed a program in 5 months. And so this is something that I'm really excited to get back into, but will be something that's like I haven't done in 5 months. And so just know that as we go through kind of the adjustments to really committing to something, that if you've never done something, or if someone else has fallen off track, you can absolutely get back on track. And if you've never done it, that we can do it together, because I'll be, kind of starting over too in a lot of ways. So
yeah, awesome. Great to hear.
That leg day, I'm like, how are you done? How I'm on rep 10, and that literally to the point where I had to pause it and be like, maybe I'm only supposed to do 10 reps. Like, maybe I'm wrong.
Well, even on the cardio day too, it was like whatever, how it was like the hit for Little Obsessed. Yeah. It was like you're going to do each move for however many seconds, but then there was one move with the bands or the sliders in before you move. They were done so fast that I was literally putting on the bands and they were already moving on to the next move. So I had to do the same. I had to pause and then do whatever it was.
and then in leg day, she's like, you guys are moving too fast. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. It's not just me. But then it never slowed down. Your team.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. Yeah. It's really cool. And I didn't even mention this to her today, but we are in this exclusive group with Autumn herself. So she is coaching, and we're not in it just her, me, and Britt. No, we're in it with 38,000 coaches.
No, it's just us.
However, there's so much great quality in there that we can't wait to share with you guys. So and I think it's just easier to post that in the Facebook groups. So we'll keep those there just because, it's there. Why not? And it's easy sometimes to save a video and share it in there. Actually, I don't think we can share her videos because I think it won't allow us to.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. But either way, we will post some information in there from her specifically, which will be really fun too. So yay. Okay, well, cool. I guess that's it.
Yes. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us tonight. For those of you guys who are either waiting on emails to join the app or waiting for your accountability partner. I will be getting back to all your messages right after this call. And so know that you haven't been forgotten. I just haven't been back home like in one place on my computer yet today until I just got back about 15 minutes before this call started. So I will be working. If you guys have questions, let me know. And I will, I can't wait to get started tomorrow.
Yay. Okay, cool. Well, bye everyone. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.